Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is Plami, and in this episode of Radio K, I'm gonna be checking out three kind of random combination of songs. Those being Dreamcatcher's Rose Blue, I.U.S. Into the ILand, and Playback's Want You to Say. So Dreamcatcher's Rose and Blue, as far as I know, is an OST song. And additionally, it's another collaboration by Dreamcatcher with I think another phone game similar to Deja Vu. So as far as I know, it's gonna have a lot of CGI and really beautiful shots and a lot of callbacks and references to that music video. That's what I've heard from other people. I.U.S. Into the ILand, I know that it's the theme song of the survival show by Big Hit. I'm pretty sure it's by Big Hit, which is going to debut a group which is gonna be both owned by Big Hit and I believe CG&M. I'm not sure if that's the group which is gonna be owned by them, or is there gonna be another one, I don't know. And yeah, I'm really interested to listen to the full song because I've heard a little bit of it, because I've started to keep a little bit of an eye out for the group that is gonna come out of the ILand. I mean, I'm not watching the show, but I'm watching a review of it on DK TV, and I've heard the song there. So I'm interested to check out the full song. And Playback's Want You to Say is just a random song that I stumbled upon on YouTube that sounded really cool, so I want to hear the full version too. So yeah, I guess first off, let's get into Dreamcatcher's Rose Blue in 3, 2, 1. I don't really have high expectations for this song. I don't really think I'm gonna be in love with it because it's gonna be an OST song, so it's gonna be likely a ballad or leaning towards ballad, but maybe Dreamcatcher is gonna surprise me. Still, it's a Dreamcatcher song, so I'm gonna give it my full and honest opinion. Okay, maybe I was wrong about it being a ballad. Is this is this considered a comeback? I don't think so. This feels like an anime opening, even more than your usual Dreamcatcher song. Honestly, this feels like a different song. Like, genuinely, this sounds like a different song. I can literally hear the different members sing. I don't mean it in a bad way, by the way. Please don't shit on me in the comments. Ooh, I love this shot of my bias in chains. You don't really see girl groups doing something like this. I've seen plenty of boy groups do a guy in chains, but this is the first time I'm seeing a girl group do it. Okay, this is way too similar to G-Friend's music. I guess when people said that Dreamcatcher, at least in the beginning, used to be a darker version of G-Friend, it makes sense. Like, now you can see why. Oh no! They got Thanos snuffed. Oh, that instrumental was actually hit hard. I love how it kind of amplified the sadness in that little moment. I really like that. So she killed her friends and now cannot take it? It should have been Handong in that crystal. Come on, they could have gotten her in front of a green screen with a really good camera. It would have been so easy. It's so cool, too. I like that the butterfly landed on a Dreamcatcher. That was really cool. Man, why do I ever doubt Dreamcatcher? I think with Shion's Paradise, at this point they've definitely solidified themselves as like my favorite girl group, because whatever they do with their music, I love it. Like, this is, I'd say, leaning more towards ballad side, and as I said, it's very much more in line with what G-Friend will release, which makes it me less likely to like it. But honestly, they kind of made it work and made it really enjoyable for me. I don't know, I like it. Similarly, when I watched Shion's Paradise, I think I even said it in the reaction, and you can see it in the reaction, I thought I wasn't going to like it because it was slower and it wasn't really rockish. It was more, again, more leaning towards the side of ballads. But I actually loved it. It's one of my favorite songs by Dreamcatcher, even though it's like one member of it, but let's say it's a Dreamcatcher song. It's one of my favorites, even though it doesn't really have the rock things, the rock influence in it. And honestly, like, if you asked me last year, whether I would still listen to Dreamcatcher even if they don't have the rock sound, I would have said no. But nowadays, yes, I would listen to them even if they don't have the rock influence anymore, because they keep making good music that I enjoy. I don't know how they're managing, but they are. I think the people who make their music, Liz and ILand, I don't know how to pronounce his name. They also make 80s as music, which is so cool because both groups' music is so different from each other, yet it's so good. You know, Teddy, the guy who makes Blackpink's music, could learn a little, because whenever he makes a song, it sounds the exact same, or with very little differences. Yeah, let's get into this one more time in 3, 2, 1. Like, this one is even more of a ballad compared to Deja Vu, because when I listened to Deja Vu at first, I didn't like it because it had a lot of... It was leaning towards a ballad too, but this one I'm actually much more open to it. I also love the anime feel that it has. I think this might be their most anime song ever. Gaon looks a little bit different. Okay, I'm really liking this. Why am I liking this? By all means, I should not be liking this. I think the reason I'm liking it is Dreamcatcher. If it was by any other group, I wouldn't like it. If it was different singing it, I wouldn't like it. I think it's Dreamcatcher the reason why I'm liking it. Also, fun fact, I'm currently watching the Charmed TV series. I don't know if you've heard of it. Google it. I'm not gonna explain it to you. And one of the three sisters, Prue, Xion reminds me so much of her. Every time I look at her, I think about Charmed. I mean, it makes sense. Both are very occult influenced and horror influenced. Because Charmed is about witches. Dreamcatcher is, well, Dreamcatcher. Okay, this rap break, I don't really think it fits with the song, but I think Dami still nailed it for the most part. Like, her part was still catchy. I just feel like it just doesn't fit with the song at all. I love how with every music video, Dreamcatcher gets higher and higher quality music videos. I love that. Okay, so Gio went on a killing spree against her friends. But why did she do that? It's probably in the lyrics. And now her guilt is catching up to her. Wow, I love that. It's actually really cool. I love the instrumental here and how powerful it gets. I personally really love in TV shows whenever the instrumental overpowers the scene, because to me it amplifies the emotion of it. And in this moment here where the, let's say, violin really goes, it really makes you feel the emotion of the scene. I love that. Man, what can Dreamcatcher not do? They're killing it with the vocals, with the rapping, with the dancing, and now with the acting too. What the hell? I guess they are the best girl group after all. Now we just need to give them a first win. Oh, she said rose blue. Okay. Okay. Actually pleasantly surprised with this one. It's so different from Scream too. Scream was like a hard EDM kind of song. And I don't know whether it was my personal favorite, but I liked it a lot and I've been listening to it a lot and I'm still not sick of it. This one is so different, yet I'd say I love it as much. I don't know. This is their most ballad-like song and I love it. It still goes hard in a lot of the song. The weakest part, I'd say, sadly, is the rapping part, because it just doesn't feel like it fits with the rest of the song. The rest of the song is emotional, powerful. The rapping is just kind of there. I don't mean anything against Dami or anything like that. It just doesn't fit with the song. I would have rather not had it, or maybe incorporated better. I don't know. But overall, I actually really love this song. And again, if this song was what they came back with like last year before I started my YouTube channel, I would probably have hated this song, because it wasn't the usual hard rock sound that they used to have. But now, after Deja Vu, and after hearing so many good songs from the last album with I don't know what was the name of the album. Was it the Tree of something Dystopia? I don't know what exactly it was, but I love that album. It's probably my favorite album of this year and the best one. I'm definitely much more open to them going in different directions with their sound. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give this one a 9.6 out of 10 personally. And objectively, I don't know if it really goes a 10 out of 10. Let's put it at a 9.8 out of 10. If for nothing else, for that rap part, because it just doesn't fit with the rest of the song. And my favorite moment of the song is by far that part with the instrumental, where it really hits you with that emotion. I love that. This is the first time a music video has actually made me feel an emotion. I love that. I love that. So yeah, now let's get into the next song of this video, that being IU Into the ILand. In 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I think this might be one of my favorite IU songs, because I said I have heard a little bit of it already. Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite songs of hers. Question: who wrote this song? Or should I say, who produced it? Because this one feels a little bit Americanized. Like, switch the lyrics to English and it wouldn't really feel out of place in America. You can hear it on the radio, I feel like. Which makes me think that Bang Si-hyuk wrote it. Or produced it, I don't know. Because it has some similarity to some BTS songs and TXT. Actually, it has more similarity to TXT than BTS. Also, a good point that one of the guys from DKTV made is they've spent so much money on this place and they use like one room. That's a really good point. I'm not really keeping up with the show, but I'm definitely curious about the group coming out of it. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for the song to end, and then I'm gonna share my opinion. Okay, so I'm not gonna react to this one a second time because I also kind of decided at the last minute to react to this one. Yes, I definitely like this song, and it's definitely one of my favorite songs by IU. I'd say it's number 4 or 3. I still like Blooming the most. Then it would be BBI BBI, so I guess this one it would be 3rd because I don't really remember the rest of the songs. There was one more that I liked, but I can't remember the name of it. But the thing about this one is it doesn't feel like a title track, because it's not, obviously. It doesn't have the feel of a title track, like it doesn't have the uniqueness, the vibe, the quality of a title track. It feels like a song for a show, because it is. Or at best it feels like a really good B-side, but still I really like this song. It appeals to my tastes quite a lot, I'd say, because it sounds somewhat Americanized. Or again, it sounds kind of like how I felt about G-Idol's Lion or Pentagon's Basket. Those songs just feel like the opening themes for talent shows, because like they remind me of the song that used to play whenever my country's version of the big talent show, like for example America's Got Talent or Britain's Got Talent. In my case it was Bulgaria's Got Talent. It had a theme song of a song that actually exists, and these songs like Basket, Lion and Into the Island have that same kind of vibe of like a theme song for a show. But I still like all these songs, and this one is no different. So personally, I would actually give it an 8.8 out of 10, because as I said, it's a really enjoyable song, but it's not a masterpiece. I think Blooming and BBI BBI are much better. While objectively, I think I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10, because personally, I only have a little bit of a complaint, because outside of like the vocals, I think during the chorus, those are the most memorable part of the song. The rest of the song is not bad, but it's not super memorable. And well, most people are not really gonna care about that tiny details, so most people are gonna be more lenient because of that. So that's why it's gonna be objectively a 9 out of 10. But it's still a really good song. And I can't wait to see what the group coming out of the island is going to be like. So yeah, now let's get into the last one of this video, that being Playback's Want You to Stay in 3, 2, 1. I'd assume this is a Nugu group. Okay, it's actually not that bad for a Nugu group. Honestly, for a Nugu group, this is actually a really well produced song. It doesn't sound bad or cheap, it actually sounds really good. I'd assume also it was released during the summer. Man, I really hate when people sleep on Nugu groups, and especially whenever a Nugu group has an actual really good song. Like, I mean songs which feel high quality, which if a big group released, everybody will be all over. I think this song falls into the tropical house style. I don't think there's actually a popular girl group that does that style constantly, which is kind of disappointing because I personally really like it. As long as they make it a little bit different and like do something with it and make it catchy and not generic. This girl reminds me a little bit of Doyeon from Weki. And this is so good. I wonder if this group has any more songs. I'm actually gonna check that and we'll see for my next reaction video whenever it happens. I will react to it if there is more. I doubt it though, because a lot of the time these Nugu groups are gonna have one hit song and then disband. Because a while ago there was a group that I found called Jigu. You can check out my reaction even. I think I reacted to it. They have such a good song, although there is some cheap feeling to it a little bit. But it's still such a good song. And I haven't heard from them since. And even in my last video with like Pink Fantasy, they released Fantasy last year and I freaking love that song. It's one of my most popular K-pop reactions actually. And this one, their comeback now, I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it was definitely a downgrade. So yeah, or also another group, I don't remember the name of the group, but they released a song called Nothing Better. Give me a second, I'm gonna check what the name of the group was. Nothing Better. The group was called 7 O'Clock. The song Nothing Better is so good, and they sadly haven't released anything better ever since. I mean, they're following comebacks. I think they had 2 comebacks or 1, I don't know. Weren't bad, but nothing really went as good as Nothing Better. But that's a really good song and you should definitely check it out. So sadly, I think this might be the only good song from them, or the only song in general. But yeah, let's get into it one more time in 3, 2, 1. I love how instantly it feels like a good song. And I love how it's obviously not really a high budget music video, but it still looks good and it doesn't feel cheap. I don't know how they managed to do that actually. I think it's the camera that they have. It's just a really good camera, really good color correction, and maybe even the cinematic look that they have in the music video that makes it not feel cheap. Man, my throat is hurting from so much speaking. Yeah, this song is so well produced. I love it. The audio is so good. I think this might be the best produced Nugu group song. If this is a Nugu group though, because I have no idea, I haven't checked them out at all. I'm going into this blind. I prefer it that way. Oh, I also love the choreo. It kind of really fits with the vibe of the song. Like the choreo feels like a choreo you would do at a party, for the most part. Not all of it. At least in the beginning of the chorus, it feels like that. Isn't this just speaking, not really rapping? I mean, I don't know, I actually think this speaking rapping fits better with the song if they just actually went with rapping into it. Man, if this group hasn't had a comeback and this was their only song or whatever, I would really be disappointed because I don't see a reason why people wouldn't like them. All the girls are pretty, the song is good, the music video is actually doesn't feel cheap at all. There's no reason why they would fail. Like, the song is really good. Like, I'm really vibing with this song in the music video. I love it, honestly. Which is why, personally and objectively, I'm actually gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I honestly don't see anything wrong with neither the music video or the song. I'm really curious whether this group has any other songs or comebacks or whatever. And I just gotta comment on something. Why is it always the groups who have simple names like this, the ones who don't really get popular? Like Playback, this is gonna suck so much to search them on YouTube. They're definitely gonna struggle with that because it's not a unique name. Like there's, what another group had that problem? Favorite. I think there was another one. I'd say groups like Nature just barely escape it, I feel like. But yeah, I think this is a really good song. I genuinely don't understand why anybody would hate this. I think it might be the problem that, not that people hated it, but that people didn't see this, because probably it's from a small company which cannot promote them as well. But still, I feel like such a good song should be able to promote itself. Like, I don't know. It's such a good song. Like, I don't see anything wrong with it. Like, the music video, it's obviously not the highest budget the music video or anything, but because of what kind of the song this is, like a summer kind of party song, what they do in the music video actually fits with the song, in my opinion. And with, as I said, the color correction and the effects that they've done in post-production, I think they've managed to make it a really pretty music video to look at. And same with the song, they've done a really good job producing it. Damn. I really hope there are more songs. I'll check that out and I will react to them again if that's the case. So yeah, if you guys have any K-pop songs you want me to react to, make sure to comment them down below and I'm gonna add them to my list. Though I don't promise when I'm gonna get your specific request, because I do have a lot of songs to react to. And especially when there's a lot of comebacks like it has been the case the last 2 months, I've been a little bit overwhelmed with the comebacks, and because I want to react to all the albums and mini albums, or at least most of them, I haven't been able to do that. So it might take a while for me to get to a specific request, but if you want to check something out, make sure to comment down below and I'm gonna do my best to do it. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. Also check out the link in the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you do end up enjoying my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon or Subscribestar where you can pledge support and help keep the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. And additionally, I just want to mention that all the money you decide to support me with are going to go towards my transition fund, because if you're new to the channel or you just haven't noticed at this point, I'm actually transgender, but I haven't been able to transition yet because I still don't live on my own, but I'm gonna be transitioning in a few months, so if you could help me out monetarily, that would be greatly appreciated. But I don't want to guilt trip you into helping me out, so if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out by liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with someone who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!